If you have your applications to submit, I'm going to encourage you, do so before April 1st. By the time we get to the end of the program and I go over these adjustment of status fees, you're going to see the reason why you need to get this in before April 1st. All right. For people who are looking to do the application on an approved petition, for example, you may have chosen to adjust your status. That's what you chose to do. But then you realize you're not eligible to adjust your status, right? So you need consular processing where you have to go through the embassy. It's not easy to switch. And one of the things is you have to pay that fee. It's easier if you had chosen consular processing and you're eligible for an adjustment, you can easily switch. But when you're looking and you have chosen an adjustment and you want to go through the embassy because you realize that, look, I'm not eligible for an adjustment, I have to go to the embassy. You have to take an additional step. And for that application, it has moved from $465 to $590. And let me tell you, they were asking for more money for this form. Okay. For the investor now who is seeking to remove their condition. You're an investor, so you're supposed to have monies. There's no empathy for you, right? To get this visa anyway, you really have to be top shelf. So to remove the condition on your investor visa, this has moved from $3,750 to $9,525. A whole increase of $5,775. Yeah. So for those investors who are looking to remove their condition, they have to dig deep. They're nearly spending $10,000, and that fee is $9,525. Yeah. All right. Now, let's see. I'm not going to go through all the fees because, as you know, there are several applications that can be made to immigration. I'm just focusing on the fees this morning that I deem relevant to my community, and I am providing them with the fees that I think are most likely to impact their pockets, right? This information can be found on USCIS website. I'm just providing further clarification to my viewers this morning because I want you to understand the seriousness of this in terms of this is fiscally, this is going to affect you. Yeah. All right. So let's look at, for those of you who you went to your citizenship interview and you got a denial and you want to request a hearing, right? It's not called an appeal, it's a call a request you're doing a request for hearing on a decision on a naturalization interview. That fee has moved from $700 to $780. Not much. You know, they wanted $830. Like I said, most of these fees, they wanted way more money than what they actually received. So, let me see something here. Okay, so Stephanie asks if the citizenship went up. Come into that, Stephanie, because of course it did, right? Oh, Sunshine asked, my friend who lives legally in Canada for years had her green card at one time years ago, but lost it because she was spending too much time in Canada. She wants to know how she can get a green card. If she needs to get like a green card, she needs somebody to be able to file for her, right? And thanks, Amarildo, for telling them to like and share the live. All right. No, Zalita says it's not me. Yes, Zalita. Everybody here is asking for a friend. And I probably need to quote that. Yeah? All right. So, N400. So, for the person who just asked about the citizenship, and I believe that was Steffi, of course the citizenship is going to go up. You think they're going to increase theses and not increase it for people who are filing for citizenship? Absolutely. So, but the good thing is it did not go up by much. Yeah. If you are filing online, right, it is $710. That's not bad. Not bad at all, right? So the online filing went up and the paper filing, the good thing about the paper filing, it went down. So it actually went down by $15 because it used to be $725. So I take it that decrease in the filing fee by $15 is to encourage the applicants to file for their citizenship. This is absolutely an election year. So that's $15. You can certify mail your package to immigration. Yeah, if you're doing the paper filing. So the new fees starting April 1st for the citizenship is $710, right? So therefore, and then this doesn't matter whether you're filing online or the paper filing is a bit different. The paper filing is $760. I'm sorry. So let's look at this. The online filing is $710 when you file online. So it never got down. Never got down at all. I was looking at the online. You're filing online, it's $710, right? So that has decreased by 15 if you're filing online. This is not an application I would encourage filing online if there are errors in your application. You get the wrong officer. Filing a paper filing, it's $760. So it increased by $35. Not bad. Yeah? Let's think about 35. 35 is not bad. Absolutely not. All right. So the new fees to file for that citizenship moved from $725 if you're doing paper filing. It's $760. And if it is that you are doing it online, it is $710. That's not bad at all compared to like things like the investor visa. Okay, so if it is that you have lost your naturalization certificate, and that client, the gentleman told me he applied for this doggone certificate 3 times, and he became so frustrated. I can't remember what happened to his application, but anyway, he came to the office, we applied, he got it, thank God. The fees for this. The application, online filing, it went down if you file for this online. It moved from $555 to $505. Whereas if you're doing the paper filing, the fee has not changed. Yeah? So we have some grace there, right? Okay. For those of you where your children are citizens, where they derive that citizenship from you, yeah, that application for the certificate of citizenship, it has moved from 1,170 if you file online, from 1,170 to 1,335. And if you do a paper filing, it is 1,385. All right. So let's take a look at this now. So for those of you where your relatives are in fact coming from overseas, anyone who is consular processing someone, you would have realized that after they do the interview, there is a final fee that is paid for the green card. And this is something that came about in the last few years because I believe immigration just realized it's expensive to be printing these green cards. So that fee used to be $220, right? And because I have some clients that just want to pay up the fees. No, everything is I cannot guarantee, because I'm not Jesus Christ. I guarantee nothing. I just tell my clients I will use my best efforts to assist them in their application. So that last fee that they usually pay after they've come from the embassy is $220. And what is just ridiculous is when these files move from NVC to the embassy, you have such a hard time dealing with the embassy. Yeah? Like, very hard. I think it was Trinidad, the embassy in Trinidad was a little bit responsive. But you see, Kingston, Haiti, oh God, we can't remember all of them now. Problem. All right. So that fee has now moved to $235. Yeah. Okay. One very tough embassy too is Lagos. Yeah, man. Like, them just they might dig for fraud. Like, what? All right. $235. So after your relatives have gone to their interviews at the US Embassy, what you'll find is they will get the information to pay online, and they don't even give the attorney this. It is the applicant who gets this information, right? And it's as if they want them to do this. A lot of people, they just to even deal with these forms online, it's challenging for them, you know, but we don't get notification. And it is the client who gets the information, and the fee to do so has moved from $220 to $235. All right, so I mean, those are the pertinent fees. Like I said, there are several fees that are out there, and now we want to move to what's going to cost you to do your adjustment. But before doing so, I see that we have additional questions. So June asked, what if the green card expired? And that June, that fee is now, that's one of the first fees I dealt with. You're probably not here at the time that I discussed it, but it is $465. So yeah. All right. Now, Salita said, I'm going to speak with the young lady. Depending on what she says, I'll make an appointment to take her in. All right. That's fine, Salita. So Sunshine says, oh, she's speaking to Amarildo. All right. Now, what is it? Typically, THC, the psychoactive component of marijuana, is detectable for up to 90 days in here, anywhere between 1 day to a month in urine, depending how often used, and 24 hours in saliva, 12 hours for blood. So obviously, you know that Sunshine, our medical background. What a way to have the information handy. All right, so it is, wow, it's 10:10. I'm gonna go fast now because I know it's Sunday, you have your stuff to do. So let's look at the cost, the new cost starting April 1st for the green card application, which would involve the majority of filers. This is not applicable to everyone. And let me just say this disclaimer. This is dependent on your situation. But I'll tell you, the typical filer is going to get hit with this. So let's go. For the paper filers, we usually pay $1,760, right? This fee, and this would have included your travel document. This would have also included your work permit. Okay. For the family-based green card filers, you are now looking at, and this is without the travel document, right? You file in paper, and this is for adults. $2,635. And if it is that you need travel permission, you are looking at $3,265. So let's recap. We're moving from on a family-based petition that generally would cost the average person $1,760. If you want to include all the wrappings, so you have your work permit, you have your travel permission, it's $3,265. Let me take this call. Caller, you're on the air, love. Hello? All right, so I disconnected. I wasn't hearing anything. All right. So you see that fee? You want travel, you want work permit, you want everything. You know, you're in the supermarket, you just grabbing until you reach the counter. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, Miss. I want to talk to you up here. I don't want you to get on the station more. I don't want it.
Right. So remember, we are no longer on the station. We're on YouTube. On Sundays at 9 o'clock, love. I'll send you the link.
Oh.
All right.
Okay, because I gotta talk to you about something in Jamaica and New York. I gotta talk to you.
Okay, darling. Take care.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
Oh Lord, I think I had put it on. Did I put it on my Facebook that we're no longer? I used to announce it on the radio prior to coming off because the station changed and it's now a Latin Christian station. So everyone is aware that we are no longer on WVIP 93.5 FM. So this is why we're here on YouTube. All right, what's gonna see the price, Noah? Wanna see it? I think people are going to be bare bones. You have to apply for the work permit because without the work permit, you can't get your social security number. So that's a given. But I mean, the travel authorization right now to me is discretionary because the 2,635 alone is a lot, and then I'm gonna add another 630 to get travel permission to be 3,265. That's a lot. Me personally, I'm not too sure about applying. I could apply for the travel permission later, depending on my circumstances. But if you want everything in your bag, such as to include both the work permit and travel permission, you're looking at 3,265. Without the travel permission, it's 2,635. Choice is yours. If you are under 14 years old, it is 2,145 without the travel permission. If that child needs to travel, you're looking at an additional 630, so it's 2,775. All right, so that's it for today. And thank you for joining us and in our discussion of the proposed, which have now been authorized fee increase taking effect April 1st, 2024. My take on this, if you have an application to submit, do this before April 1st. Have a blessed Sunday and enjoy your week.